Today I'm sharing what I eat in a day as a new mom and a nutritionist to help support my body recomposition goals. Because let's be honest, with having a baby and also running a business, things can be a little bit hectic, but I still want to feel my best. So let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance, and today's video is sponsored by Element. More on them in a bit. Being a new mom, you'll see that I'm always balancing out work with my personal health routine and taking care of Sage. So today you'll see that I was actually testing a recipe for my upcoming summer meal plan. That's what I'm looking at right now, is one of the printed recipes that I was testing. This one was the immunity booster smoothie recipe that's coming out. You can take a look for the summer meal plan coming in probably like June-ish. Anyway, so I was testing this one out while my mom was here, thankfully, watching Sage. And it actually is really fun for me to test out different recipes for the upcoming meal plans because honestly, they're like exactly in line with my goals too. I'm looking to achieve a body recomposition goal. That's what we're focused on with the 6-week summer meal plan. So this smoothie is obviously really packed with high quality protein, fat, and fiber. You saw that I'm using my zero sugar vanilla protein powder. I'm using some spinach, some pineapple. I'm also using, there's the pineapple. I'm also using some Greek yogurt, which you'll see in just a bit, for an added source of protein. All of the recipes in my upcoming summer meal plan have at least 30 grams of complete protein. It's just so important to actually have enough high quality protein from high quality sources for achieving a weight loss or a wellness goal, especially a body recomposition goal. So what you can see here, what I'm adding is like my new little favorite thing to do, where I take just lemon juice and some lemon zest, and then I ice it into ice cubes. That way you can just add it into like smoothies or water, and there I am dancing because like that's what I do when I hear Sage's toys going off in the background. And you can see I'm just double checking the recipe right there on what I need to be adding in. So this specific smoothie that I was testing out also has chia seeds and almond butter for high quality sources of fat as well as fiber. But in addition to that, you'll see in a second, I'm adding in fresh turmeric and ginger. This is for really the immunity boosting portion. It's anti-inflammatory. I also have some black pepper I'm adding in to just help boost the absorption of turmeric, or curcumin, which is the active ingredient that's in turmeric. And I'm not sure how many of you guys actually do this as well, but we always give Sophie, our dog, the leftover container of skyr or Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. She loves it. Anyway, there's the black pepper I'm adding in to help the absorption of the turmeric. There's the turmeric as well as the ginger. I just gave this a quick chop so it would just be easier for my blender to blend it up. You also could totally use just like ground turmeric or ground ginger. I just wanted to test out using the fresh option and see how it goes. And of course have to dry some dishes and put them away before I can even get to my meal, because always multitasking. So you'll see that I'm actually blending my smoothie not in our kitchen, it's in our ADU. We converted our garage into like a ADU for my parents to stay in whenever they are in town, because they do help so much with Sage so that I can get some work done at least 3 days during the week when they're up here. So helpful. But they have like a whole kitchen set up in the back, and they have their own blender, and our blender base is actually currently on the fits. Is that like the saying? It's on the fits. It's not working. And so I have to go back to the ADU, blend back there, and then I can go back up front and actually have my smoothie. This is Autumn from the future editing this, and it's on the fritz, not on the fits. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm just about to pour mine up, and I always end up having so much left over inside of my blender. You can see here I have so much smoothie left over. That is actually going to still end up being one serving. I just refill up the smoothie. Oh, clearly I really like it. I just refill it up as I'm drinking it so I can make sure I get all the smoothie. Giving a little topping of bee pollen is just like a little fun, crunchy topping on top, but it's totally optional. You do not need to add something like this in. And the whole time that I'm working, my mom is actually just sitting in the living room with Sage, hanging out with her, trying to get her to do some tummy time. I'm testing some recipes. There, I have it written down that I've tested, shot this one, ready to go. I actually also, this same day, was testing out my cold brew recipe. That's what this is right here. That's also going to be in the 6-week summer meal plan. So just, again, always multitasking, always doing something. Which the day that I'm actually shooting this, what I eat in a day, is also a day that I'm filming just regular sit down YouTube videos. So right now, while I'm drinking my smoothie, I'm also cleaning up the kitchen because I need it to look good and not like a crazy mess in the background. So currently I'm just cleaning up while I'm drinking my smoothie so that I can be ready to then shoot. preferably after I've taken a shower and can put some makeup on and actually look presentable. But before that, I'm actually going to be having my Element, which is also today's sponsor. If you guys have not seen me talk about Element, you probably have not even seen one of my videos before because I've been talking about them for so long. Element is an amazing electrolyte company that was specifically created with whole food eating, athletes, and intermittent fasting in mind. It actually has the sodium, the magnesium, and the potassium to help replace lost electrolytes, all without having any sugar, which is really important for me and also just in general for weight loss and wellness goals. Really important it doesn't have any sugar while also tasting amazing. I'm currently having the grapefruit flavor. That is my all-time favorite. It is so refreshing now that it is also warming up. Love it. I just find that I feel my best when I'm properly hydrated using Element. Element also comes in other delicious flavors like orange and raspberry. Those are some of my other go-tos. And right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serve packets free with any Element order. It's a really great way to test out all 8 flavors, so you can get yours at drinkelement.com/autumn. This is only available through my link, so make sure to check out drinklmnt.com/autumn. Also have the link down description below. So you can see I magically have makeup on now, which means I just finished filming for the day and I'm starting to make my lunch. So I'm just having leftovers from the night before. It was a slow cooked bolognese. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I shared it on my Instagram story as well. If you saw it, then you know what I'm talking about. But it's just a very simply cooked bolognese with beef, and I also have some just cooked up zucchini for a little bit of veg on the side as well that I'm just kind of like mixing in here. So now we have Autumn from the past. Hello, Autumn. This was me the night before. I'm just making the bolognese. I just made a pretty simple but really flavorful version that had a lot of garlic. Like, look at all that garlic. It's a lot. I made a lot of beef in here too because I did have my parents here the night before when I made this meal. So I think I had 3 pounds of ground beef here because I also wanted to make sure that I had enough left over for the next day. That is one huge tip when you are planning on having leftovers for lunch. Just make sure that you're actually making enough for a full extra meal. Don't just like put aside just a little bit extra, whatever you have, because it's not going to be enough for a meal. So you can see here I actually am using some red lentil pasta. I'm using just 100% red lentil flour based pasta. I actually don't often have this, but just for this meal it sounded good, and this is actually a medium, actually technically a low glycemic load, but depending on how much you use it could be a medium glycemic load pasta. So lately if I am going to have some type of more traditional pasta, then it's going to be that red lentil pasta. But now back to Autumn in the present. I'm having lunch with Sage outside here and I am not having it with the actual pasta portion. I don't like to have more starchier food at lunchtime because I find it gives me an energy crash. Okay, so we made it to dinner, and once again I am having a ground beef based meal. I use ground beef for a lot of different recipes because it is just so easy and so versatile. It thaws pretty quickly. I always have it in my freezer. It's just a high quality source of protein that's also very nutrient dense and very filling. So tonight again I'm actually testing out a couple different recipes for my upcoming 6-week summer meal plan. This one I think is the Mediterranean meatballs. I've been making this one so much. I first tested it a while ago and now I just make it all the time because it is so easy and so delicious. Just making a ton of meatballs right here. My parents are at the house again, so I'm making a lot of meatballs. I'm also making a little bit extra because I want some for the next day as well. I always make sure to structure my meals around whatever my protein is going to be. So in this case, I knew, okay, I have ground beef, so I guess I'll just make some meatballs, and now I'm going to test out whatever veggie side I'm going to make for tonight. So tonight, it just happened to be the curried veggies. It's like this curried veggies plate that I'm making for the upcoming 6-week summer meal plan. Wow, this is also so simple, but so flavorful and so good. Also just really fast and easy to make and just a fantastic side dish. So I'm making this to go along with the meatballs. You can see here I have just standard curry powder, and then I just toss the veggies with the curry powder, some salt, some olive oil, throw it in the oven actually at the exact same temperature as the meatballs, making this whole meal really easy to throw together because I don't need to have like 2 separate ovens going with 2 separate temperatures at the same time. So along with this, I did make this type of like herby tahini sauce that has a lot of cilantro in it, has tahini, has lemon juice, has garlic. I believe it also had cumin. This is another one, again, testing for the upcoming 6-week summer meal plan. I'm just always recipe testing and trying out new recipes for either my YouTube channel, for upcoming programs, in this case, working a lot on my upcoming 6-week summer meal plan, developing really tasty, delicious, and just simple recipes for the community that's also rich in high quality protein, fat, and fiber to help reduce hunger, reduce cravings is one of my biggest passions and one of my favorite things that I get to do with my job. So it's just exciting that I get to test out. I think today, how many was that? 1, 2, 3. That's like 5 different recipes I tested out. So I actually got a lot done today. Very proud of myself. And a huge pro tip, if you don't already have one, I highly recommend getting an immersion blender. It's actually this right here. I use this actually for soups as well as when I'm making sauces like right now. So you can see here, my original recipe did not have enough liquid. This is why recipe testing is very important. Added in a little bit extra water and made sure to make note of that on like my little recipe testing page. This was a good consistency. Blended up with the immersion blender. It took just a couple seconds. It was so fast, so easy, and obviously so delicious. Clearly pleased. So here's the end result. You can see the curried veggies right here, and then I also have the meatballs. And then after I plated it all up, I also made some sparkling water with our soda stream, which is also an amazing investment because we have sparkling water every single night. And then I put in that like lemon ice that I showed you guys earlier. I put that in our sparkling water. Ugh, just takes everything to the next level. And then look at this beautiful spread of food. This was such a delicious dinner. It actually really didn't take that long, and it's very high in high quality protein, fat, and fiber. Honestly, like I just love to eat, and all of this tasted so good. Now, if you want to check out what I ate to help me lose 20 pounds during my postpartum weight loss journey, you can find that video right here. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.